It's been a very long week. Today's the 28th of January 2021. A lot of people on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody wants me to talk about it. You see, when I was doing Kemi Talks, you guys told me to shut up, you abused me and all that. So I don't really like to get into any kind of politics anymore. Um, I talk about what I want to talk about, but for right now, I'll tell you what I feel about what's going on because simply because it's my state. Um, I've never heard about Sunday Igboho. I don't know who he is. I read about him as a journalist. And from what I've devised, okay, at the time he was involved in politics, I wasn't in Nigeria. And I know so much about Governor Ladoja and the work he did with him as an aide and all that. Many of these young people, you can call him a political thug, whatever you want to call him, but if he becomes a human rights an activist, I see him more as a community activist than a human rights activist. But community activists are needed. I am one. I was one in the US and Canada. And they can go to any kind of activism they want. I don't do so much of human rights activism. I do gun violence activism and community. I just make sure communities are safe. So what I've seen about Sunday Igboho is a native of Igboho in Oyo State. Igboho is a very nice area. Okeogun. Okeogun is a very critical area. If the people there vote for you, you're going to be the governor. You can't be governor of Oyo State without liking people or Igboho people like you. So a lot of times, all these governorship candidates will campaign there forever. And then when they win, they forget about Okeogun. Some of the roads there need fixing and different things. So Sunday Adeyemo was from there. That's his real name, Sunday Adeyemo Igboho. The marks on his face, I could tell. Um, he drew a crowd. Okay, he drew a big crowd. When Nnamdi Kanu was alive, he also drew a big crowd with Biafrans. Yeah, Nnamdi's gone. It's a clone that's representing him, just like he was cloning Buhari. He got involved in it and told Ngozi Onadeko that she shouldn't arrest Igboho because she's Igbo. We don't need all that. We don't need that. Okay, the clone of Nnamdi Kanu or whoever is talking should just shut up and keep quiet. We don't need that. Okay, Ngozi Onadeko, Mrs. Onadeko is Yoruba. Okay, because her name is Ngozi doesn't mean that she's Igbo. Okay, one of her parents said Igbo, so they got it wrong. IPOB, mind your business. I specifically don't want IPOB in that affair. Why? Because they called us Yorubas. Yo robbers. We rob them. So don't put your mouth in our stuff. Okay? If you want to restructure your side, do that. Okay? I don't hate Igbos. I hate IPOB. Simple. They're terrorists. They are a proscribed terrorist group. That's why the army's fighting them in Imo State, Orlu, Imo State. ESN, Eastern Security Network. Who formed that? IPOB. You guys don't think at all. You step into Buhari's shoes all the time, and then you say nonsense when they kill all of you. I don't like to get involved in all this nonsense anymore. That was the past. As for Sunday Igboho, let me tell you what's going on. He basically gave Fulani herdsmen an ultimatum, 1 week to leave, because they killed a prominent doctor. And they've been maiming and killing, kidnapping on the highways in Oyo State. What's the governor doing? He was abroad at the time. He had to come home. And my thing is, politicians are not the only ones that's supposed to be taking care of cities and villages and towns in their states. Community leaders, community activists, they can also do the same. Who are the community leaders in Oyo State? We're used to this nonsense called Yoruba elders, Yoruba leaders. Who are they? My dad, all these old people that I've grown. The Yoruba elders and the Yoruba leaders could be the same people, but the Yoruba leaders are one like the kings, the Alafi. Okay, we have a young king in Ife, Oba Ade Enitongunsi. The one in Iwo is young too. And so is, we have the old Ibadan who is old. Okay. Oh, you and Ibadan, those ones are old. But we have our kings. We have Shawon Gumusha who's in his 90s. Oh, yes, they should never have been separated to Oshun and Oyo because really all this stuff is just basically Yoruba land. They're terrorists here. And what Sunday Igboho did was to give them an ultimatum. Who does that? He was bold, he was brave. And then we want to arrest him. The young people of Igboho and Ibarakba and all those areas, they went to the Fulani Seriki's house and burned it down and his cars, everything. That was not right. That's anarchy. Okay, that's violence. And Igboho did not really initiate that. He calmed the youths down. You know, I heard that this guy wanted to run for governor in 2019, but 2023, everybody wants to run for governor of your state. Yeah, I think he should. He should run for it. It's money. At the end of the day, Sunday Igboho was basically doing the right thing. He was doing the right thing by stepping up to the plate. What our executive, legislative, and even judicial would do. If Shea Makinde had had the CP arrest him, it would have caused a series of riots. I predicted it, anarchy and stuff. But in my video that I posted here and other places, I said that if this threat continues, young people are going to come to Ibadan and start burning things like they did Lagos here. Well, I spoke too soon, right? Because they came to Ibadan and they burned Sunday's house. So you can call it a reprisal. The Fulani herdsmen came, they opened fire at the gate and they shot their way into the house, didn't care. And then they burned it. They said Sunday Igboho has some kind of spiritual powers to call guns. That's not the house he sleeps at. They said if it was that house, it would have been very bad. This is what I heard. It would have been very bad. So I believe in Yoruba culture to a certain point. When it starts to abuse everybody's rights, I don't believe. But for me personally, I think he was doing a great job. Many young people need to come out. Yomi Koiki is also another one. Yomi Koiki owns Koiki Media in London. He said he left the UK and moved home. Some people in the UK have come home. Some of them have built houses. Some of them, a lot of them here in Lekki. And many came home because of this virus. And they're doing very well. So at the end of the day, guys, I want you guys to know that everybody's responsible for security in their region, in the backyard. All of you are responsible for security in your area. Because the whole not being able to sleep at night thing in Nigeria is just getting worse and worse, and it needs to stop. Thank you so much for listening. My Facebook, my Instagram, and my Twitter pages are offline. I'll put them up. I'll put them online, but I'm not really posting. I'm not working. You guys are used to me posting because I worked in social media, but I'm not really. I don't work anymore. I'm just going to be doing some writing. So I want to write an article for the Cable NG and one for Sahara. And I'll see you again. Invite your friends, subscribe to Kemi Olunloyo TV, youtube.com/Kemi Olunloyo TV. Thanks for watching.